Hey everyone, ATL JDM here, and today I got a special guest with us, our full-time buyer from Japan, Mr. Flavian.
Yes.
And today we're going to be looking at our 1989 Mini Rover, or Rover Mini.
It's the morning. Well, it's the morning. It's already like 10:30 or 11. But just like wanted to go over for like a cold start. So just like one really hasn't been used or run whatsoever. Like it really didn't start. But just wanted to show like a quick cold start of the car before we even start doing like the
Yeah, before we do the walk around, just give you a genuine cold start of the car. Just see.
So cold start considering how hot it is around. It's not.
Yeah, cold start on a hot day.
Really hot. Holy shit, I'm cooking in there. Up. So that's the middle key for the car. Up. Go. Choke. Neutral. And that's it. Now for a carbureted car, it's really actually pretty good. Like if you're used to fuel injected cars, you're like, yeah, why is that? But yeah, especially for an SU carburetor, they are not Webers, and yeah, they don't start usually as well as regular car. It does need to warm up. It does not run correctly until it's really warm. But yeah, no, it's a pretty decent cold start. All right, let's go with the walk around of the car.
All right, so we moved to the back just to get a little bit of shade so we don't cook out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
in safe shade.
So, this one is a 1989 Rover Mini, like we said before.
It's a 30th anniversary.
30-year anniversary edition. It's got a few little quirky modifications to it.
What I think so like I don't have much history on the car. We don't have much much idea of whatever happened to the car before we got it. But from what I can see is a guy who had it before tried to convert it as much as he could into either a Mark 1 or Mark 2 Rovers. So you've got like the typical sliding windows that are genuinely a terrible modification, especially in a car with no air conditioning. But
yes.
Well, that's what the
not practical.
And the guy is in Japan. Keep in mind, it's hotter here. It's hotter in Japan than here, and it's really hot right now. But yeah, the guy apparently wanted those sliding windows. It's a pretty cool feature, but it just like, you know, it gets hot. So that's a model, like, because it's a like new one, like the rear window does open, so it does allow a little bit of a flow of an airflow into the car when you drive. But yeah, keep in mind that's like during really hot days, it's not going to be ideal, mostly because of those windows. So yeah, what else? Like we can just check like the interior. Well,
yeah, well the interior. Well, I was gonna actually just show the rest of the Mark II modifications. The dual gas caps.
Yeah, there's like the two gas caps. So like there's one fake and one real.
But didn't the Mark 1 and 2s have two gas tanks in the rear?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not super like.
I'm not very well versed in minis.
Yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable in like early minis because I mostly deal with like Rover ones simply because they are a lot cheaper. That's like the main reason I usually have like 30,000, 40,000 bucks to get the Mark 1 or 2. But yeah, no, so he tried to do some like, so the steering is from an older one also. You've got the central, the key is a small one with like only like early minis had like small keys that look exactly like the door.
The speedometer is also in miles per hour?
Yeah, the speedometer, I'm not sure, it's a typical like free.
I was just saying it's in miles per hour.
Yeah, it's in miles per hour for Japan also. Like, it's a Japanese import, of course. Yeah, so the guy tried to do some little mod like that.
The two fender mirrors.
Like there's some less tasteful mods. Like for example, so there's a Mini Cooper S Mark II badge, which it's clearly not. It's a 998cc. It's clearly not a Mini S Mark II. And the 1275 badge, it's not a 1275. So I'm not sure what the. I don't really like people like up badging their cars. It's not. It's very, very common in Japan. Like you get like BMW, for example, they have like tons of M badges on them, even though it's a 389 or something. they really like badging things in Japan. So.
And then the fender mirrors.
Yeah, and the fender. So another Austin Cooper S logo. You've got the like what is that? Let me try to read on it. I'm gonna look stupid right there, but property of the a nuclei. Okay, that's like, I mean, I guess you have AAA, they have AA in the UK, I'm not sure. It's a British thing. I have no idea. Then we get onto the engine bay. And same thing, you've got the Austin, it's been repainted like with the Austin plate for the, it's not an Austin, it's a Rover. Specifically, while we're on the engine, up, so I don't put it there, I just opens it a little bit more, I always put it up there. The carb, so I'm not sure it's fixed, so in Japan, like there was like, yeah, the carb that was on it did not work very well. I can try to show you what was bad on it, but yeah, instead of just rebuilding the cobs that we had, we decided to just replace it because we don't have time to actually rebuild it. So this one is either brand new from SU or it's like fully remanufactured from SU. I ordered it in the UK, from the UK to Japan, and it was installed there. Other than that, well, there's no rust. Typical with Japanese Mini, you still have the original factory VIN that's here.
This angle, so I can just show on the camera.
You still have the, if you can find it, the factory plate right there. So that's an Austin Rovers. Okay, I don't understand what they did with it, but it's, this plate is totally irrelevant with JDM Minis. That's not.
So is this VIN number right here? Because this is not the actual.
No, that's another reference.
The
That's completely different thing. They have like different. Yeah, I need the keys to open the trunk. Just to show you where, so that's the same for all JDM Mini. We have another one in the back that used to actually be my car. I'm a bit of a Mini geek.
That one's got AC.
The other one has AC, yeah, this one does not. Up. The VIN is, that's the case for all Minis sold brand new in Japan. They are all written by Rover, and the VIN is readable here, so 99X11783AR. Here. But let's get over the cosmetic things. So the car stepped outside tonight. Well, as you can see, it's a little bit.
It's a little packed in
It's
here.
a little packed in there, and yeah, we have to have some cars to sleep outside from time to time. Cosmetically now. So that's not some scratches. That's just some spider webs
from outside. Yeah.
Just some spider webs, like.
The paint's actually in really good condition.
The paint is in very, very, very good condition. I'm not sure if it's been repainted or not. That's the original.
I'm sure this has been repainted.
The roof for sure, but I wonder if the body itself was repainted or not. Whether it was or not, it's a really good job for once from Japan.
For a Japanese paint job, yes, I agree.
They tend to chip out a lot on paint, and that doesn't seem to be the case on this one. But yeah, no, we can walk around the body, but there's really not much.
Like, there's not really a lot of body damage on this one at all.
Yeah, there's nothing, not a single scratch, not a single bit of rust. Here, little paint sheet right there. That's also a little paint chip right there. That's just dirt. Yeah, we could have cleaned up the car before.
Yeah, in hindsight. I mean, we got 8 more videos to do today, so.
Yes, my nose is killing me.
I'll be done. Bless.
Wow.
I guess let's just go over the inside because the inside is just as clean as the out. Now those are the. Those, you're good. So these are the 30-year anniversary seats.
Yeah, with the like it's a little like 1959, 1989 markup there. So as you can see, typical. Also checking also the body. So body was maybe a little bit pushed there. So that's also typical from people who lift Mini. When you want to put it on a jack stand, people push it. So it's usually a little bit bent there. We will check under the car. You can probably see a picture of it. Like they do it all the time. There's no rust whatsoever, but wasn't like properly jacked up.
Right.
A couple times. Same thing on the other side. I can open.
Falling apart, man.
Huh?
I said you're falling apart, man.
Up. There you go. Here you can see it's been pushed, so it's like solid. There's no problem, but yeah, it has been pushed. What else can we go over? There's not a lot. There's no accident history on this one. It does show like 23,863 miles. Like with all minis, it's absolutely impossible to confirm it. All the cars in Japan, the mileage was only recorded starting in 2004. There's no record like any of those cars here, like all the cars that we have or all the cars that you're going to buy from Japan. If it's older than 2004, you're not going to have any record of mileage every 2 years like they do from now, like they do right now. So confirming the mileage, unless you have like a lot of receipts, there's absolutely no way to really be certain of the mileage. So 23,863 miles shown. That's all I can tell you, sadly, about that.
That's what we tell everyone who buys a Mini from us too. There's
minis or any JDM cars. Really, it's easy to see whether the car has, like for more regular car, it's easy to see whether the car has the actual mileage or not. But for a Mini, there's like so many things that can be done. It's like a big puzzle for adult, and like many things get modified, restored, restored, rechanged, remodified. It's really hard to get any idea of the actual mileage of a Mini from Japan. Okay, what else? Yeah, rear seat just good, just as nice. You can see behind, no rust or anything. There's really zero rust. It's super clean for that. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Let me close that up. What else? There's the antenna here. There's no radio, no AC. There's a heater, so that's the heater button right there. Or that's a vent, or the fan only. I think to touch the heater, they modified everything, so yeah, it's hard to tell what does what. That's the lights. I don't know what that is. We can try to start. We can start it again. I'm not used to drive with my right hand. Belt is a little bit squeaking, accessory belt. You can maybe like tighten it a little bit. Yeah. It's not all, but so what does this do? Oh, that's a wiper, and because it's open, it does not like it, so I have to close it. Lights are working also, no problem. Heater, I'm not going to turn on the heater, it's just way too hot. This is the fan that you can make. Wait, does it have an engine? Because sometimes those buttons, it's also like a manual fan for the engine. I haven't turned this one on. Does not have a. I'm gonna shut it. That's better. No, it does not have an extra fan, so that's like probably just the heater fan in there. Sorry, but my allergies are going nuts right now. But yeah, no. Temperature, like you will see that the temperature stays like almost like in the cold all the time. It's not in the cold, but it doesn't even reach like neutral. I don't know, like ideal, like minimum temperature stays all the time in the cold. It's not an issue with a thermostat or anything. It just how it runs. The oil is fine. It just for a Mini, it cools down pretty well. They tend to get hot, especially in traffic. Because the positioning of the fan and the radiator is on the side, which makes absolutely no sense. Like why they would do it like that, I don't get it. But they do get hot quickly, and that's not the case with this one at all. The fact that the engine bay is also like fairly empty, because there's no air conditioning, it's not fuel injected. It's like you can see there's lots of space in that engine bay compared to my Mini, for example,
or any of the previous Minis we've had.
Yeah,
I remember that blue one; it was just all crammed up in there. You know.
Yeah, this one is like you do have some space, quite a lot of space. Throttle response is very good, but yeah, I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for the walk around of the car. Yeah, door, like, so the door panels also were changed for like older style ones.
And these are, the door handles were changed too?
They don't come it's not like that normally, like the door handle is normally right there. So it's maybe like an older Mini door, I am not sure.
We should have actually put your Mini and this Mini next to each other.
Yeah, because they're both 30th anniversary.
They're both 30th anniversary, same year.
That's fine.
Just different mods, but it's all good.
Yeah, so that's about it. Oh, nice. I have a little like 1959, 1989 in the ashtray. Little like 30th anniversary badge on the ashtray. Ashtray that doesn't seem to have been used. That's a good thing.
Always a good sign.
Alright, let's go for a test drive.
I agree, let's do it, man.
Alright, so back with the test drive of the 30th anniversary Mini. It's a noisy one. It's also on snow tires for some reasons. Are you able to handle to hang on to the seat?
I'm just doing the best I can.
If you want legal fun, the Mini is the one. This steering is gigantic. I feel like I'm driving a bus or something.
Pretty obnoxious.
But it's very comfortable for a Mini, honestly.
Yeah. I just don't like how close the pedals are.
For this one, it's pretty good.
Now for yours, the other one.
You just need thinner shoes. That's all. Left or right? Do we drive right?
Left. I'm wearing Vans.
Left, sure.
Yes.
I love Minis. So just to give you a little idea with my history with Mini, I still own one currently in France, which is also 998cc, but it's a 1992 version, so still carburetor, single SU. And I used to own another one that's at the shop right now. That's another 30th anniversary, but with a Weber carburetor, DCOE 40 that's jetted, that absolutely perfectly jetted on it. It's an amazing car to drive. This one is more of an old school approach to Mini restoration, but it's nonetheless super fun. Yeah, right? Yeah, let's go back. We can pass towards the shop just to keep on driving a little bit. On the road with slightly, like, where we can pick up a bit more speed. Temperature, as I said, still in the cold right there. 5,500 RPM, shifting into 4th. It's only a 4-speed gearbox.
Even without AC, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad right now. As long as you keep on moving, it's alright. It's when you stop, that's where like
Bacon, yeah.
you can really hear the suction of the engine right there. Like there's not a lot of sound detonating or anything that like would prevent you to make it a bit quieter, but it gives you a bit more of that Mini experience. I love those things, man. It's quick, huh, downhill. Really, a 9-ish car, you really have to keep your foot to the floor up until you see the traffic light, obviously. like Jeremy Clarkson said, the greatest things that America brought to civilization, turning right on red. That is very practical. So we're passing, like ATL JDM is just right there on the right. Pretty quick car. It is pretty quick for a 998 Mini.
Yeah, the first couple minis that we got, I'm honestly not a big fan, but the more we got, it's impressive.
I know.
I'm impressed with
such a small little car. And this one is honestly pretty comfortable. The seat do not hold you in place at all. Like you don't even have anything to hang yourself onto. Like you're struggling a little bit in corners.
Yeah. Try not to be all up in your business while you're driving.
Speedometer is a little bit optimistic. We're not doing 60 miles per hour right now. How fast do you think we're going?
Right
45,
now?
50?
Say 45.
Do we turn here?
No.
We tried to do earlier, like no, not this one. Yeah. Shift like really smoothly. I love this thing. The steering is like ridiculously big. It's like literally on my side right there. Nah.
Turn right here.
Turn right here?
Yeah.
Really? Oh man. Such a cool car. Especially driving it in the States, for me, it's kind of like, it's a bit surreal, kind of. There's a stop sign right there. So that's like no, we'd have to turn around.
Go straight. It'll dead end.
Little bit of a residential area. Even though we're not even like, we're still doing the speed limit.
Yeah.
That's the end of the road right there.
Nope, keep going. Dead end down here.
The handbrake turn is tempting, but I'll avoid it. Such a cool car. Should have brought that to Tail of the Dragon.
Maybe.
Indeed.
Loud enough though.
Yes. But yeah, no, like I mean, just been driving, not really talking much about the car itself.
Yeah, just enjoying it, honestly. Man.
It does feel great. Like that steering, it's like slippery, it's like very plasticky and all. But it shifts really well. Like this, like the suspension are actually fairly comfortable Mini for once. Usually Minis tend to be very rough, especially mine. Mine is very like the one you have like in stock. But yeah, I mean there's like yeah, I see it. Don't worry. Your ass is a little big. Sorry.
It's my phone, you dick.
Yeah, it is like tight in there with two fairly big guys, especially one. Mirrors are not set at all correctly.
No, not
like there's one pointing to the ground, another one pointing to.
this way.
Oh.
Way up. No, straight. I'm saying the mirror.
Oh, okay.
The mirror's pointed that way.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, brakes are great.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh my god, I love Minis. I often tell people who buy Minis for us, like once you get one, it's hard to stop getting more and end up without a Mini in your life. That's such a great car. Turn right?
Left.
Left? Oh yeah. I'm lost, I have no idea where I am. Okay, a little bit of traffic. What's in there?
It's like a park and like a big parking lot. And it closed actually.
It doesn't come back, the blinker doesn't come back in place with that steering doesn't have the little pin, you know, that brings it back to cutting his grass. That's what you guys do. Yeah, we were talking with Pars like on the way back from Tail of the Dragon. Like people around there don't do much, but like they all cut their grass. There's nothing, really not really anything else to do. And their lawn is just all the time freaking perfect. Here, perfect. 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 People cut their lawn, man. That's the that's what they do around here.
That's the highlight of their days, because there ain't much going on up there. Like the one gas station we were at.
Yeah, that was borderline sketchy. Like I was expecting like a Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre to just come out with his like with his chainsaw and like, running after us. I keep the car running, man. I'm gonna get beer.
Yeah. When I walked in, I was there for 2 seconds. Just picked up a 6-pack and ran out and was like,
"You're very brown, boy.
Let's go now. Let's go. Keep the car running. Keep the car running.
Why are you so brown?"
Hey man, that one of them cars from Fast and Furious, man.
Alright, we're almost back at ATL JDM. The steering wants to slip away from my hands. Alright.
I think that's gonna be it, man.
That is it. Alright, well, if you have any question, just contact Pars. You can leave a comment or do anything else. Email, phone, whatever. I guess.
Email, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just not Twitter. I don't speak that language.
Not Twitter. All right. Cheers, guy. Bye bye.